He started gurgling. He just thinks it's the funniest thing. Is it just the best? Yeah. Good morning, guys, and welcome to the day. It is actually almost 10 a.m. I would love nothing more than to go back to bed or to go straight to the doctor, but because it's almost 10 a.m., I'm going to go ahead and sit through my morning meeting while I'm in the car because I have to go pick Ellis up and take him to get passport pictures made or get his passport made or something. I don't know. Some sort of a meeting. Both the parents have to be at it because in a few months, sometime in the spring, we're going to be going on a cruise, and it's going to be going into the Caribbean and basically out of the country, and he's going to have a passport because he's going to be over a year old. So that's loads of fun. And it makes it a little easier on Christina because I'm pretty much off work today. I mean, I'm going to try to sit through my morning meeting, but hopefully what I can do is go get Ellis, take him to that, take him back to daycare, and then stop back by the urgent treatment center on the way home and basically say, ow. My fever is low grade now. It's like 99.8 or something like that, right at about 100. It got up to almost 102 last night before I went to bed. And so I finally just put a cold wet washcloth on my head and tried what I could to cool myself down in addition to Tylenol and ibuprofen. I'm not taking anything this morning though because I want to make sure when I go to the doctor's office I can say I've not had anything yet today, so this is me in my raw state. I did shave, however, so that's pretty good stuff. Anyway, it is time to head out the door, time to get this day started. Hopefully the doctor can help. Well, that was a relatively quick and painless process. Picked Ellis up from daycare. You may be able to see him in his little mirror back there. Christina and I took him to the post office, went to the back, the passport processing center as it were, took some photos of him. He smiled real big because he loves cameras, gave him a little bit of money, and we're good to go. The 4 to 6 weeks I think he should have his passport, and then next year when we go on our cruise, he'll be good to go. They said I don't think he needs a passport for it, but if we get stranded somewhere, like if we go off the cruise ship for something and then we have to fly back like an emergency or something, it's definitely going to be a whole lot easier to do with the passport. So there we go. And now I'm going to take him back and try to get to the doctor. Because ow. Well, skipping right on ahead, I went to the doctor. Took about a half hour to be seen. Not a doctor. Like I said, I go to the urgent treatment center most of the times and they don't have doctors there, but that's okay. It's people that are qualified to make decisions. In this case, they said that I do have fluid on both of my eardrums. It's a lot of fluid, so they prescribed me an antibiotic for an ear infection because of the fever and everything. They said, looking at my throat, it looks like I also have a variant of strep. Not the kind, there's like 2 kinds that you can test for using a strep test with the swabs. She said it looked more like, with the symptoms and everything, that it might be the 3rd type, so she's going for a slightly stronger antibiotic that will hopefully just completely knock this thing on its side and get me back to normality in 10 days. Hopefully in the next day or 2 things will get better though. I've picked up some more Tylenol. I've got Tylenol, ibuprofen, my medicine, and then Flonase. I asked her about the Flonase and she said, yeah, absolutely do it. If you know how to actually put it in there, because most people she prescribes it to come back in complaining in a few days, no symptom relief or anything, because they're not spraying it in properly. And I've done it before and it worked pretty well, so I'm going to keep doing that. Anyway, I'm home now. I'm going to rest for a little bit. Check my work emails because I know I got a bunch of those while I was out. See what else I can get done before Duncan gets home, but it's so hard. Everything is dizzy because of the ear infections. Well, Duncan just got home off the bus. He had a little bit of a headache this morning, but he seemed okay. Well, I think we gave him some medicine and sent him on his way. But now that he's back home, he says he still has a headache, and it's like this whole area, and his nose has a lot of pressure, and his throat's hurting. So I took his temperature, and it's 102.4. So we are going to the urgent treatment right now. Christina's going to be out with her friends playing bunco tonight, so I'm going to take him there. I'm going to go grab Ellis. We're going to grab some dinner, hopefully get Duncan some medicine. Whole family has been sick in the last week. Well, Christina has not, luckily. Hopefully she does not get sick, because I don't want to wish this on anybody. And what feels like forever later, we have finally made it home. Doctor visit was not great for Duncan, unfortunately. I explained to them that I'd been there earlier today and that they told me I had ear infections and possibly a version of strep that doesn't show up on the strep swab test. And they did the strep swab on Duncan. His fever had already come down a little bit, but his strep swab, as expected, came back negative. So basically what they said, based upon his symptoms and just looking at his throat and his glands and everything, they think he has that variant of strep like I probably have, and so they put him on the exact same antibiotic I'm on, except it's liquid form. So somehow or another, we must have gotten strep from Ellis, which is just loads of fun. And if you couldn't guess, Christina, Duncan, and Ellis are all in the kitchen right now, finishing up a little bit of dinner before Christina takes off to go to bunco with her friends, and we have sick kids night. I would say dudes night, because that's normally the way we do it, but no, not tonight. It's sick kids night. We're gonna rest. Duncan and I have been hanging out here watching some videos, and Ellis is taking a nap. So I decided to evolve a bunch of things because I hadn't in a while. So I actually finally got my very first Raichu. Unfortunately, it does not have very good moves, but that's okay. But I don't know how I did, let's just see. And it didn't even tell me. I still got 20 minutes left and I'm completely out of evolutions to do, but I am so ridiculously close to the next level. Way too close. I've got to figure out something else to do. And of course I missed it, but I did manage to level up. Just evolved a couple of other things and we're good now. Nothing really special about this new level. But actually apparently I had an egg going. Oh, another sand's true. Cool. Well, at this point, Duncan is in bed, Ellis is in bed. I think Christina is getting ready to head to bed, and I'm gonna go myself here in a minute after I thoroughly medicate and get this done. It was very much a rough day. It's been a rough week and a half for us here. So thank you guys for all the wonderful comments you've been leaving on the previous vlogs. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you're feeling better than I am and better than we are. Hopefully Christina does not get this because that would thoroughly suck. But we will see you again tomorrow. Bye guys.